Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Real Talk
with real siblings.
Yo, today we are talking all things Big Brother 22.
Big Brother 22, baby!
All-Stars. Not just any old Big Brother, All-Stars. We're getting an All-Star season after 14 years?
Like 100 years. It feels like it's been 100 years.
Seriously.
14, yeah, 2006?
2006 was the last All-Stars. So we're due. We
waiting.
are overdue.
We've been waiting. Thank you, Robin Cass and CBS, for giving us what we've been praying.
We love you.
Thank you. Now just cast me on the show. Thanks. So.
Yeah, more on that later. So we've been hearing a lot of rumors as to who's going to be on the cast. Like, everybody wants to know. We're itching. We're impatient. We want to know now. But until we know, we got the inside scoop on who's going to be on the All-Star cast.
So TMZ has confirmed several names already. TMZ has become kind of a very reliable source for these kind of things. They have a reputation for not, but they're actually
they're
really
kind of better than the CIA, I feel like.
They have top-notch federal investigators working at TMZ. So a few of the people they confirmed right off the bat are season 19 winner Josh Martinez, season 8 runner-up, and she also came back in season 13, Danielle Donato, and season 18 alum Pauly Calafiore.
Boo. I mean, let's keep it real. Nobody is checking for Pauly. All right, we don't want to see Pauly back.
Nobody.
I don't want to see Pauly. You don't want to see Pauly.
No.
Baby Twitter does not want to see Pauly.
Nah.
Who wants to see Pauly?
Not me. I mean, I do think there's a slight chance, maybe, probably, definitely not, he's going to have a chance to redeem himself, right? Like, given how disastrous his last Big Brother performance was, if he comes in and he's a new kind of chilled out guy and he's kind and everybody loves him, then he could just ride off into the sunset having redeemed his reputation. I don't think that's going to happen, but I wish it for you, Pauly. I wish you the best.
Yeah. All right. Who else have we heard about?
So we also have season 18 winner and multiple-time house guest Nicole Franzel, season 20 runner-up Tyler Crispin, and 3-time contestant, original All-Star, Janelle. Janelle's coming back. What do you think about that? That lineup?
I love Janelle. But that lineup, I think Janelle is the person that gets me the most excited. I mean, she's the epitome of an all-star. She's an all-star. There's no question, no doubt. She's an all-star.
Yeah.
Do I think although I'm excited to see her, I feel like I kind of want to see other players more. Like, we've seen her 3 times. I've seen her gameplay. I know her strengths. I know her weaknesses. And I feel like I just want to give other All-Stars a shot because there are other great people who are rumored, and I think they for sure deserve a shot to come back and play their game again. Janelle has had that chance, but if she's in the house, I'm watching for her and I'm rooting for her.
Agreed. And I initially, when I heard Janelle announce, I kind of thought, I don't know if she really is that serious about it anymore. But when I thought back to, she did great on her season. She killed it on All-Stars. She did not do great at all in the season she came back in, season 14, I believe it was, with the coaching. But I also heard from Boogie and a few other of the coaches that they really genuinely weren't prepared to play the game. Like, that wasn't really what they were interested in. They hadn't set their life up for that. So, now maybe coming in with a focus on the actual gameplay, she'll be the same Janelle we all know and love. We'll see.
That's true. And she's likable, so it's kind of fun to watch her anyway.
Yeah.
So TMZ also reported that Ian Terry, season 14 winner, is coming back. Hayden from season 12, also a winner, coming back. Davon from season 17 and 18. And Danielle Reyes. I mean, the original Black Widow.
So I can't wait.
What do we think about that?
There's so much to think about that. Number one, Danielle Reyes is one of the GOATs, in my opinion.
She is.
I absolutely need her on this season. I'll be very, very disappointed if she's not on this season. She's been posting on Twitter that she's not. However, everybody's been posting on Twitter that they're not. So I don't know what to make of that. I really hope she's on. Look,
Danielle is, dare I say, the greatest female player that has played Big Brother, period, full stop. Yeah. I mean, she came in with a plan. She executed that plan every week. And the thing I love about Danielle that I don't see in a lot of female players is that she made primary moves. I feel like a lot of female players, they go in there and they join an alliance and they're perfectly fine with playing a secondary role. And that was not Danielle. Danielle came in and she had a hand in every single eviction. And I just really feel like she is the type of player that every other player since has tried to emulate. Between her and Dr. Will, I mean, they give you the blueprint for how to play this game.
Really
so I want to see her back. And for some of the new Big Brother fans, if you have not seen Danielle's season, I'm telling you right now, you haven't really seen Big Brother. You really haven't. She's amazing.
Yeah, it's a must watch. There's a few seasons that are must watch because of certain players. Danielle's one of them.
100%.
Yeah. We have other leaks and other potential house guests. Some of them confirmed, some of them not. Let's do a rundown of the ones who are first confirmed. So this is from our friend Brent Wolgamott.
We love him. We love him. I love him. On Lucky Gate Twitter, well, shout out. Hey.
So he has confirmed the following 5 names. Some of them you've heard already. First, the ones you've heard: Danielle Donato, you know about, Janelle, Devon. Now we have Casey Clark, winner of season 20, and Bailey Dayton, also from season 20. Thoughts on that?
Okay. I have no thoughts on Casey because she's just that boring. Yeah. I mean, look, Casey's a good game player. She won her season, but she's not exciting to watch.
Not at all.
She just isn't.
Sorry.
And if you disagree, go argue with your mama, or leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll argue with you there because I probably got time because it's But look, we all got time, but she's just not that interesting. Bailey, on the other hand, is a very interesting player. She's fun to watch, but I don't know if she brings a strategy. I don't know if there is more to her gameplay that we didn't see on her season. But if she's there, I'm gonna root for her.
And, I think a lot of people do watch the show for drama reasons. I get that. I get it. I get that. I get it. I don't really care. Like, I want to see good gameplay. I want to see cutthroat, backstab, political maneuvering, outthinking, strategic. That's why I watch Big Brother. That's what I want to see. In that sense, Bailey offers nothing. She offers nothing. The best case scenario is that she loses her mind in the house and spits fury all over everybody. That's the best thing that could happen from her. I really don't have any interest in watching her play. Then again, I don't know. She's grown. She's matured. I like the idea of people coming back into All-Stars, a new person. I don't think it's real, but there's that potential opportunity. We'll see what she brings. Casey Clark is, whatever. Next.
Yeah, Casey Clark is Casey Clark. I'll tell you who else I've heard about let me tell you, when I say I am excited for this player to come back, I am excited for this player to come back, okay? Enzo, the original Meow Meow from season 12.
I'm pumped.
Yo.
I'm so pumped. The Brigade is one of my favorite all-time alliances in Big Brother. I think they really set a blueprint on how a group of kind of alpha males can align and work together and not, snipe at each other, which had kind of always been the deal before them.
Absolutely.
Enzo was really the founder of the Brigade in a lot of ways, even though I think Matt Hoffman did a better job. Matt Hoffman, shout out to you. I can't wait to see you on the season. You better be in. But Enzo was really instrumental. He plays a fantastic social game. He's hilarious, super entertaining, just an all-around great house guest.
He really did create the blueprint for the 4-person alpha male team. And he created the idea of each person in the alliance having a side alliance. And that was so successful that I feel like we've really seen every, alpha male alliance since try to emulate that. And we saw that in the Big Brother Canada season where they essentially did that. They followed Enzo's blueprints and they made it to the end. So I want to see Enzo back. Not only is he super strategic, he's hilarious. He's so funny and fun to watch. So Enzo, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
We have a few other guys who are confirmed locked in. We've already mentioned Tyler Crispin, who I'm excited about. Ian Terry, also a great player. Josh Martina. Cody Calafiore is supposedly a lock. And I think it'll be really interesting to see him without Derrick. It'll also be interesting to see him with maybe Pauly, right? That's possible. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Yeah, that could be a really cool, energetic kind of thing, or just a dumpster fire. We'll see what happens.
Look, we're already going through a pandemic. We don't want to see 2 Calafiore brothers in the Big Brother house. Who asked for that?
You hear that, CBS?
We don't want that. We don't want that. So I've also heard, here's a fan favorite, and we've seen this player twice. They've played a really solid game twice, but they haven't gotten as far as I think every fan, wants them to get. And that's Kaser Rita. He's rumored, and he's not a confirmed lock, but he's pretty close. We've heard his name kind of get thrown out there a few times. So what do you think about that?
Kaser is I mean, I'm a big fan of all the OGs coming back this season. I want to see people from the first 10 seasons and see how they match up to the newbies. Kaser's one of the standouts in the first 10 seasons. He's an extremely strategic player. He's super charismatic. People tend to love him. I also think that age works to his advantage. Being a little older than the average house guest, he's always been that kind of person that has an aura of respect and respectability about him, and people look to him as kind of a mentor. And I think it'll be even better for him being slightly older and being a mentor to these house guests, and being less of like a competitor of their own age. I think it'll work to his advantage.
I agree. I would love to see him come back. I mean, sure, he's probably learned a lot. And I think he's going to school these kids. I mean, he's going to school some of these kids who kind of rely on just drama and coasting. And Kaser's a chess player, and they're all playing checkers. So it'll be interesting to see.
Also, you lust after him. We don't have to exclude
I mean, we don't got to get into all that. But, I mean, Kaser. What up, Kaser?
I hope he comes back bald.
What up, Kaser?
I hope you're bald, Kaser. I hope nobody likes it.
He's not bald. He has a beautiful head of hair. Okay, so we're gonna see that.
All right, who else we got?
I've also heard this name thrown out. I don't think it's very likely, but it's possible. But Paul.
I think it's super likely. I think Paul is always, if you call Paul at 3 a.m. and say Big Brother's about to happen, he'll wake up, drive down, and ready to play. He's a gamer. I think he's tough because I think Paul is a gamer. He's there to play. I think in a weird way, he's been disadvantaged just by playing in more recent seasons where I think culturally we're not quite as open to that type of player. I think, if he had been in the first 8 to 10 seasons, we had Evil Dick, right? Like, I don't think he was any worse than that. And so I think he's a bit of a victim of circumstance, but I do think he's there to play. And I think he's a sharp dude. And I'd really like to see if he's able to work his ridiculous magic again in a house full of some of the best players, or if he just was advantaged by a kind of weak house.
Yeah. I mean, he made it to second place twice. In a way, of course he's an all-star. You kind of have to bring him back to see if he could get to the first place. Yeah. But if I'm in the house and I see Paul walk in, he's my first vote. He's my second vote. Every week I am voting for Paul to leave because he's a social player. He wins competitions. And I don't know what kind of, charm spell that he's pouring over these people, but they keep him in week after week after week all the way to the final. So who haven't you heard that you would love to see in that house?
Oh, man, so many people. But there's the obvious people, right? Derrick, Dr. Will, Dan. That's the trifecta, the holy trinity of Big Brother. I would love to see any of them. I don't necessarily expect to. Honestly, I don't know if I need to, just because nothing they can do at this point would blow me away anymore. It would only potentially soil their legacy if they messed up. So I'm fine with them being legends in my head. I would love to see certain people get a chance to play again. Those people being primarily Matt Hoffman, amazing player. I think he was the best player in the brigade. Sorry, Enzo. And I think they betrayed him for a reason, and I would love to see how he does in another season. I think Zach Rance is just a chaos agent and super entertaining. James Ryan is one of my favorite players of all time. The Legion of Doom, shout out All-Stars. James Ryan, Danielle Reyes, and Chilltown, the best alliance in Big Brother history, even though it was short-lived. And I think, on the issue of diversity on the show, I think someone like Howard from season 15, he was in a rough season. He got a tough hand to deal with. And he kind of had to, and I think he had to navigate both his house guests and kind of like his knowledge of the public reaction at the same time. Which the whole point of Big Brother is that it's raw and unfiltered and people are just being who they are. And I don't think he had that privilege. And I would like to see him get a second chance at that.
I agree. And on the same front, I feel like that's kind of why I would want to see someone like David come back. I mean, David in the first couple of weeks, you could really see that he had a great awareness of what was happening in the house. He had, he was able to really kind of look at things logically. He wasn't a very emotional player, and I kind of like that. I felt like he was very strategic in his thinking, but he got dealt a crappy hand. I mean, Camp Comeback, what the hell was that? What the hell was that? I mean, I would love to see him come back. I think, the cast, from what I'm hearing, I mean, I love a lot of the players that are coming back, but that's a problem with, Big Brother US is they're not very diverse. There's not a lot of diverse players. I mean, between Devon, Danielle, and Bailey, that's kind of it in terms of representation. We don't see anybody. So I'd love to see David come back. I'd love to see Howard come back. I'd also like to see Keisha from season 10 come back. She was a spitfire. She was hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly when her birthday is, but if she has another birthday in the house, I think she deserves a redo, okay? Because that happy birthday song was very pitiful. And if you haven't seen it, look it up on YouTube, and it's pretty hilarious. But yeah, I loved Keisha. She was a game player. I mean, she was on Dan's season, like, and she made it pretty far. So that kind of tells you that she was already playing at an elite level because she was navigating that. So yeah, I'd like to see her come back. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Nice. Another person from Dan's season that I can't believe I forgot to mention is Rennie. Rennie's one of my favorite players ever. She is the rock star before there was a rock star. She's just a light. I think anybody who played in Dan's season got the disadvantage and honor of playing with Dan. So, we need to see you again because we have no idea who you are because Dan ran that house. But she's also just amazing. She's an amazing character. She's super vibrant. She's a bit, age diversity is an important thing. We never have enough house guests, from certain ages. And I would love to see somebody like her really come in and shake things up.
Rennie was fun, wasn't she? Like, she was up in people's faces.
Yeah,
the darling from Narlands. Like, she was awesome. I loved her, and I think she'd be a great comeback as well. I agree. Yeah. Yo, that's what we've heard. I mean, apparently we're gonna find out next week who the confirmed players are, who's in the cast. We want to know, and we will bring that to you the second we hear. We're gonna let you know, and we're gonna come discuss because we want to make our predictions. And I'll tell you right now, if Kaser, Enzo, and Danielle are in that house, one of them is making it to the finals. I hope two of them make it, but I promise you one of them is going to make it to the finals because they're that good.
I don't disagree with that. Dan Gheesling, the legend, said something on Twitter. I'm going to read it. Really looking forward to cheering on some favorites in BB22. This season, I'll be rooting for the players I want to win as opposed to tearing down the ones I don't. Would love to challenge all BB alumni and fans to do the same. Excited for a great season. I think that's a super positive note. Dan, I ain't going to do it. I'm going to tear down all the ones I dislike and fanboy over all the ones I like a lot. Sorry.
Look, we got to keep it real. That's why this is real talk. We're not going to do none of that BS. We're going to keep it real. We're going to tell you who we love. We're going to tell you who we hate. We're going to tell you who we think is playing a crappy game because isn't that why we're Big Brother fans?
So that's everything. That's all we got. We want to know who you want in the house, who you're excited about, what rumors you've heard. So drop
a comment below. Let us know who you want to see in the house. And while you're at it, could you hit the like? Could you hit the subscribe? It's free. It's not going to cost you nothing. All right.
Hit the like. Hit subscribe. Hit the like. Hit subscribe.
Hey. All right, y'all. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. Maybe not, but we'll see you next week.
Bye, y'all.